Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and four dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just all talk, he works hard and will likely climb high in his career because he's both clever and driven. You'll see him take on tough tasks and push through challenges without giving up, often staying ahead of his coworkers. So, yes, he has the power to go far, but his attitude might create enemies along the way.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When problems come up at work, he doesn't run away or feel hopeless. Instead, he reacts quickly and tries to fix things, but often in a rough and angry way. He won't sulk quietly or disappear, he comes out fighting.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find it hard to like him, even if they respect his skills and hard work. He often gets into arguments because he wants everything done his way and doesn't care much about others' feelings. Don't expect him to have many friends at work. Instead, expect a lot of tension and disagreements.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is likely to feel threatened rather than proud if you succeed in your career. Instead of cheering you on, he might react with harsh words, tease you, or get into arguments, making you feel like you have to defend your achievements. You might notice him getting angry or trying to put you down rather than supporting you.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will almost surely feel upset and may not hide his feelings for long. He likes being in control and having the upper hand, so your higher income could make him angry or resentful. His pride could suffer, and he might start comparing himself to you, feeling less important.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful with money and likes to keep things organized and planned. Don't expect careless shopping or impulsive spending. He tracks every rupee and likes budgets. This can keep your finances stable, but sometimes it feels too controlling.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and won't try to show off or act richer than he really is. He's definitely practical with his finances, keeping things neat and sensible. You won't catch him buying things just to impress others or taking risks that could put his money in trouble.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is tight with both his money and his mindset. Don't expect him to be generous or soft hearted when someone needs help. He is strict about sharing and likes everything done his way. Even in close relationships, he finds it tough to open up and be warm.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's open about money, but very controlling in how it's handled. He will talk straight about what's coming in and going out, but wants full control over decisions. While you won't be left guessing or worrying about hidden debts, be ready for him to always want the final say.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe housework is mostly your job, not something to split equally. He has strong ideas about how things should be done and expects you to follow them, often without much discussion or help. If you ask for help, you might get a loud no or even an argument.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will probably help by watching you do the work and telling you how it should be done rather than actually getting his hands dirty. You might hear instructions, criticism, or even sharp words if something isn't perfect. But real help, like washing dishes or changing diapers, will be rare. You'll end up managing most chores alone, while he oversees and demands things are done his way.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right, not to understand your side. When you share your feelings or opinions, he's quick to disagree, often getting loud or stubborn instead of listening calmly. Real understanding takes patience and care, and he often skips these steps.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things and act aggressive rather than stay respectful. You might hear harsh words, yelling, or even insults if something upsets him. This kind of behavior can be emotionally draining and damaging over time.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry quickly and lets everyone know about it, often loudly and sometimes in a rough way. His temper can pop up over small things, leaving you feeling anxious or scared about what might set him off next. It won't just go away, and in many cases, things get worse, not better.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility when things go wrong. Instead, he's much more likely to blame you, making you feel like it's always your fault, even for small mistakes. You might wait a long time to hear a sincere apology, and even then, it may not come.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He will have a hard time respecting your boundaries and may not take no seriously. If you set limits, he could argue, push, or try to convince you to change your mind instead of honoring what you feel. Boundaries are your right, and you deserve to be heard and respected always.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally and get upset if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may react with anger, blame, or harsh comments, thinking you're rejecting him instead of just needing space. This attitude can put unfair pressure on you and make you feel anxious about being honest.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If you argue or get on his wrong side, he might bring up personal details to hurt or embarrass you, even in front of others. Remember, respect and privacy are not negotiable in a healthy relationship.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to stay committed to one partner and not get easily distracted by other women. His main focus is on his own goals and routines, so he is not the type to wander or flirt just for fun. You can expect loyalty in terms of staying with you, but not always the comfort or gentle attention some people hope for.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is often over possessive, showing jealousy and trying to control what you do, where you go, and who you talk to. He may ask many questions, demand proof, or even argue if he feels you are not giving enough attention or following his rules. Remember, real care means letting you be free and trusting you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what seems like a protective nature is really a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you, but his actions telling you what to do, where to go, or whom to talk to come from a need to be in charge, not genuine care. Real protection is gentle and helps you feel safe, not trapped or monitored.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the parenting work and won't see it as a true team effort. When it comes to raising children, he's likely to set rules and give orders, but leave the daily tasks and emotional support to you. If you're overwhelmed or ask for his help, he might give instructions instead of pitching in or even get annoyed.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He may yell, use harsh words, or become impatient, making the situation even more tense. Children need gentle support when they're upset, not just discipline and anger.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He expects you to focus mainly on family duties and put your own needs or dreams second. It's important for you to feel valued as an individual, not just as someone who takes care of the house and kids.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might support your career now, but later ask you to quit once you have a child. He could say encouraging things at first, but deep down, he believes that the main responsibility for raising kids and managing the household should be yours. This can leave you feeling trapped or disappointed if your career matters to you.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will most likely just act polite on the surface with your parents without showing real warmth or caring. He may say the right things and keep a formal tone during visits, but you'll notice he doesn't make an effort to build a genuine bond or show true affection. If any disagreements happen, he can become cold or even blunt, putting respect aside. He is likely to expect your family to change for him rather than making adjustments himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He tends to react loudly and bluntly, possibly arguing with you or your family rather than trying to smooth things over. Calmness in tough times is important. Without it, family problems can become even harder to solve.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may seem modern with you in private, but expect you to behave as a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He might encourage your independence at home, but when family is around, he will want you to follow old customs, dressing a certain way, speaking politely, and taking on traditional duties like serving tea or keeping quiet in family matters. This can make you feel like you're living two lives, one for yourself and one for show.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He doesn't want to challenge his relatives or create new problems, so he may expect you to handle things alone or agree with their views to keep peace. You could feel lonely and let down, especially during tough moments when you need him most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to be a mummy's boy and will almost always choose his mother's side in a conflict with you. When disagreements come up, he may listen to her more, follow her advice, or defend her, even if it means your feelings are hurt. You could find yourself feeling second to his family, having to adjust or back down to keep peace.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share every detail of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Whenever you have an argument or face a problem, he may tell them everything instead of keeping it between you two. This can make you feel exposed, unsupported, and even betrayed. as your trust isn't respected.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel tough, exhausting, and lonely. You'll find yourself often following strict rules, handling most household and family duties, and always trying to meet high expectations.